You know a lot about golf.
Well, we're waiting.
The wait is over. We're back. It's the weekend. We must be those weekend golf guys. I like the theme music we have. We don't need any others. That is fun, though. John Ashton here with Tara, Miss Musical Tara Bassett.
That's right.
Jeff Smith, ensconced in the Golf Cave at Otter Creek, Plain and Simple Golf School with us. Jeff, how are you today, man?
I am terrific. It's a great day here. The weather's a little cool, but it's sunshine, and everybody's playing golf, taking golf lessons. Another great day.
You know, there's a lot of people around here where we are in the Midwest, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois area, Tennessee, even where people are moaning and groaning about, even in North Carolina, man, they're getting some snow this weekend. Feel better about it. I have a friend and a bunch of friends in New England, and this weekend they have already scheduled their annual celebration, or I guess maybe it's not a celebration, of going out and kissing the grass goodbye. Because they're looking at 8 inches of snow this weekend, and probably it won't be gone by the time the next snowfall comes. It is November, and it is New England after all. So it's a little annual thing they go through. I did it 1 year and said, I got to get out of this place, man.
Well, you know, yesterday was Halloween, and earlier in the week they were talking about the possibility of a little snow on Halloween. And the last time that happened was 1992 or 93. Yeah. I remember I was in the hospital. And I had to come home.
Snow put you in the hospital?
Well, yeah. I had to come home to play the witch for all the trick-or-treaters. And I was so sick, I had to put a sign out that said, "The witch is gone this year. Come back next year."
And all the kids walked away, sad that they got no candy, but strangely they were all humming, doom, 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 doom.
John Ashton's musical talent on stage now.
I just want to point out, we had a great Sunday. Hopefully you were able to catch the show either locally here in the Louisville area or on our website at thoseweekendgolfguys.com, because you can always go there at noon Eastern on Sunday and listen to another hour of radio magic, or us, whichever one you choose to listen to when you get there. But after our show ended, we had a special guest with us, and we were up at Otter Creek doing a show live with Jeff right there. We pulled him kicking and screaming out of the golf cave and put him out into the bright sunlight, and he was with us all for the whole hour live next to us there. But we had a guest, and after we were done, we went out and we played golf.
Nice.
And it's one of those things where I didn't know this guy. I had talked to the guy we played with for maybe 5 minutes total prior to inviting him to come play golf. Okay. Jeff hadn't met him at all until he showed up at the golf course. And it's just one of those things, man, that the game of golf, by, would you say, Jeff, maybe the second or third hole, we were all fast friends?
That's because you were drinking so much beer.
No, we had nothing to drink.
Nothing?
Nothing.
No, not at all.
But that's
a suspicious story if I have ever heard one.
No, he was a great guy. You know, he was telling stories, and you know, he's from Mississippi, and so he was regaling us with some stories of some things that on how they play and where they play and things they do in the South on golf courses, and you know, he just sounded, you know, just like a true Southern gentleman talks. It was fun to listen to.
And it really was. And then there was one hole where I think he and I made a bit of a connection, because he said something, made some sort of a musical allusion that I picked up on. And what it was is he hit a fantastic drive, one of his best drives of the day. And I got up next, and I hit one of my best drives, probably the best drive I had hit in my career, maybe.
50 yards?
Oh, this woman is going to be in so much trouble when we're done.
Okay, was it 250?
It was a long way.
Wow.
And what it did is it basically followed the same plane that our new friend Neil had taken with his drive, except it hit the fairway right about where his ball had landed and continued to roll. Did a little bit of a ground draw, bounced into the left a little bit, and was lucky in that it was still moving forward with great velocity when it hit the crest of a hill and rolled down to the bottom of the hill. So I went out by about maybe 35 yards past him. And he just looked at me and he went, "Oh, that's one of those Linda Ronstadt drives."
What the heck does that mean?
And I just looked at him and I said, "Yeah, Blue Bayou."
Oh, gosh.
And he just smiled, and I caught it. So we...
Tara, that is something that I'm used to saying. And usually John's not on the giving end of that comment. So he was quick to throw that one out there.
Would you like me to sing it for you?
No, thank you.
Okay, never mind.
I think you have already offered way too much.
I love being on this show. You know that?
Golfing talents.
I love being on the show. And, Jeff, I posted something on Facebook last week, and I said, join John Ashton and Tara Bassett, and I forgot to put your name. And I hear that your wife thought you'd been fired.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
Oh, Mikey, I still do.
64 self-flagellations for me. But I am posting on Facebook on those Weekend Golf Guys, and I'm also tweeting on our behalf.
Are you tweeting?
I am tweeting.
Oh, I love that tweeting thing.
Yeah, those Weekend Golf Guys.
I wish I knew how to do it. Yeah, it's at WKND Golf Guys, I believe.
So simple.
Well, it's a little bit beyond just one button push. If it's beyond one button push,
there you go.
You've lost me. What can I say? But we had a great time, Jeff. I do appreciate your hospitality hosting us up there last week for both the show and the golf. And
yeah, it was a good day, and I know Neil had a good time, and the golf course was in terrific condition.
Yeah,
we just airified the greens, so they were a little bit slow, but tis the season. It is. That just happens every fall at all the golf courses in our area. Mm-hmm. And it's time, that you lose a lot of the play because of the daylight starts to get a little short, and you got to take care of the greens going into the winter, and you do what you got to do.
That's right, because the clocks go back tonight, by the way, or tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, it's actually Sunday morning at 2 a.m. if you want to be technical about it.
But who wants to stay up till Sunday at 2?
Well, I usually get up at 1:59 just to make sure that it's accurate.
It's really funny because with all of our devices now, the cable box has a clock. Your phone has a clock. There are multiple clocks in your house that set themselves. You just have to make sure you understand which one is right and which one isn't, or you get so confused for like the first hour and a half. See, I forgot to set the clock back on my coffee maker.
It's the stove and the microwave that are most important.
And the coffee maker.
And the coffee maker. And the wall clock.
Because the coffee maker, I set it to come on automatically in the morning. Because if I don't wake up with coffee, I'm not very happy. And, it's my wife. She goes, get up to make you coffee? What are you? Well, and then we go on.
And don't forget the old-fashioned Walgreens digital clock that flashes beside your bed if it's not on the right time.
And I had forgotten that, too.
I
now
know
I'm
you
going to
did.
have that picture in my head for the rest of the show. Coming up, we've got some great stuff. We're going to talk to Bear Miller from Club Crown. We're going to talk with Ray Ackerman from Classic Swing Trainer. Jeff's got a video that he stars in for them, which we can't wait to see. All of that and a whole lot more. And I understand that we've gotten some videos from thoseweekendgolfguys.com/ don't even worry about the slash. Go to thoseweekendgolfguys.com and click on the link that said Jeff's Quick Fix and send him a video. We've got some videos that Jeff is going to address directly right here on the show. It is all coming up. We are Those Weekend Golf Guys, and we will be right back. Don't you move.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. Then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on water washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-4030. That's 1-800-616-4030. Again, 1-800-616-4030. Call now.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
Hey, this is John Ashton, and we have got a way for you to actually have a lot more fun watching PGA tournaments this coming year. We got a way to get you some skin in the game. I want you to check out CosmicSports.com. It is a fantasy golf site. Before every tournament, you're going to pick 1, 2, maybe 3 teams of 7 players each. Don't worry. Hey, we've got all the information you will need to make the smart choices as to who you're going to put on your team, but we'll have more details about that later. Right now, we just want you to go to CosmicSports.com and sign up in advance. All right, register with the site, and we will give you some free plays when the new PGA season kicks off in January. January 8th being the first beginning tournament of the season of 2015. CosmicSports.com, fantasy golf. You're going to win prizes. You're going to win cash. It's not going to cost you a whole lot to play, and you're going to go right now and register in advance. CosmicSports.com. That's COZMICSports.com.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom112.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom112.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom112.com. Go to freedom112.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom112.com.
Hey, those weekend golf guys, we are back. John Ashton here in studio next to Tara Bassett, Jeff Smith, ensconced again comfortably in the golf cave at Otter Creek up at Columbus, Indiana, at the Plain and Simple Golf School. We got an opportunity to play golf, as we had mentioned earlier, last Sunday. Did not have my bestest of days. Man, I need to practice, don't I?
Surprise, surprise.
Yes, we did mention that somewhere during the course of that round.
Yeah.
That practice is a good thing, but sometimes it's a matter of how you practice too.
Well, that's true. That's true.
No.
You have become now a celebrity endorser.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm not so sure about the celebrity part, but I certainly am an endorser. I have run into a guy who has put together a really terrific, simple to easy to use swing trainer that I used to teach with in the golf studio at Otter Creek, and I liked it so much that I contacted him and said that I would love to endorse his product in some way, shape, or form as a teacher. So, but his name is Ray Ackerman, and he is the inventor of the classic swing trainer. And we just happen to have Ray along with us for the ride for right now.
What a coincidence.
So everybody say hello and welcome Ray Ackerman from the classic swing trainer.
Hello, Ray, and welcome to those Weekend Golf Guys. How's it going? And how did a nice guy like you get hooked up with a guy like Jeff Smith? That's what we want to know.
Well, it's a long story, but we met at the PGA show last January. And I've repeated the story several times, but Jeff walked up to my booth and said, I want to buy one of those. And I said, Jeff, you don't even know how it works. Let me explain it to you. I said, it's really very simple. At which time he pulls out his card and hands it to me, and it says, Jeff Smith, plain and simple, golf school.
That works for me.
And he says, Ray, I like simple, okay?
I said I don't have a lot of brains, so I need it to be simple. But Ray just made it really nice.
Right. But Jeff's been a wonderful advocate of my swing trainer. He was down here to Edisto Beach on his golfing vacation a couple of weeks ago and was kind enough to help me make a how-to video, how to assemble a swing trainer and how to properly use it. We hope to make it a downloadable video so when a golfer purchases the swing trainer, they can download it to their iPhone or their iPad and sit right there and see exactly how it's supposed to be put together and properly used to benefit them as a golfer. So,
hey, Ray, tell me a little bit. As we shot that video, I noticed how quickly and easily you put it together. Now, I've only put mine together once because it's up in my golf studio, and I just leave it there. And, I have people use it. So you've put it together so many times. It's got 10 pieces, and I watched you put that thing together, and I don't know, I think it was under a minute. And that was,
put it together in 55 seconds.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, one of the things, you were telling me this story a little bit, Ray, when I first met you at the PGA show. Tell me, you started to make this classic swing trainer. I think the story you were telling me is because you were working on your own swing.
Absolutely,
tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. I started playing golf when I was 55. Before that, I'd been a tennis player. My knees kind of got bad shape, so I took up golf. And, of course, to play with my buds that's been playing since they were 10, 12 years old, I had to play catch-up. So I started buying every book and video that I could afford, and I bought two of them that I was partial to. One was Jack Nicklaus, How I Play Golf. The other book was Ernie Els, How to Build a Classic Swing. And I just about memorized his video and his book. I can almost hear him speaking now on that video. And so I started trying to put together a device down in my basement that would simulate what I saw, particularly in Ernie Els' swing, and also in some of Jack Nicklaus's swing. And over about an 8-year period of time, I kept refining it and putting other features on it until in 2010 was the first time I took it to the driving range. And I normally slice the ball, as most beginners do. And all of a sudden I'm hitting a 5 or 10 yard draw, and I said, wow, what's happening here? This is amazing. And so I took it to 3 PGA professionals, and all 3 of those professionals said the exact same 2 things. When they first saw it, they said, hey, Ray, that's cool, just looking at it. And then after they swung the club and hit the balls with it, they all said to me, Ray, I think you got something here. Well, with that kind of feedback from PGA professionals, I said, I finally got to do something with my invention. So I proceeded with the patent application. I got my patent this past May, took it to the PGA show to make a launch in January, and we've been trying as best we can to market it and sell it to not only PGA professionals, but golf coaches. So I'm selling them to high school coaches to help with their golf teams. Haven't gotten into the person that I invented it for, and that's the average golfer. The guy that's shooting 95 that wants to shoot 85, That was me. That's what I was doing.
One of the things I noticed about this thing, Ray, is I first started to see it at the PGA show. The thing that I liked about it as a teacher was that this is a physical guide that's visual and physical, that you can swing your club through and actually hit golf balls on the range. This isn't one of those things where you have to use it only in a place where there's no golf ball to work it. You can sit here and point the classic swing trainer right down your target line, and you can make your club track right through that arc that's made there, that's right there in front of your face, and you can make great golf swings, and that is adjustable to everybody's swing plane, and it's adjustable in height. I loved it.
Okay, this is John here. Let me jump in, guys. Okay, because I'm gonna ask you the question that Ray, your average golfer audience is going to ask you, having heard the same story I just heard. Are you telling me that if I use your piece of equipment, I'm going to be able to emulate Ernie Els' swing?
Absolutely. I decided to build a swing trainer that would have features that I thought were necessary in the swing trainer. And foremost, as Jeff mentioned, was the fact that you can actually hit balls with it, and that you don't have your club touching anything during the training process. Because, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is if you're riding your club on something, it's almost impossible for you to execute a proper golf swing. So the classic swing trainer was built with that idea in mind, and as Jeff said, to provide that visual guide for the backswing and the forward swing. And so, of course, some of the other features I put in it was portability. It comes in a little 39-inch carry bag, goes on your back seat. Take it to the driving range, set it up in 1 minute, hit balls with it. The other beauty of it is you can set it up like I got one in my basement now, and before I go play golf, I go down and take 15 swings with it and warm up. So it's something you set in your basement, put down a ball marker for where the ball would be, and practice dry swinging with it and grooving that backswing and that forward swing into a real classic swing.
Well, hey, Ray, this is Tara.
Yes.
Carol,
Tara, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Carol Preisinger, who is one of the top teachers, 100 teachers in America, and she teaches at Kiowa Island, has given you a great testimonial. And, you know, she's talking about what Jeff just said. She can adjust the telescoping pole, and it really helps us to kind of see and feel our best backswing track and downswing slot, because you got to have both of them to be able to work at it.
Carol is another one of my strong advocates. She loves it, and she teaches a lot of ladies over at Kiowa, and she says the ladies really like it. It's adjustable for the golfer's height, and that same adjustment obviously allows you to change the swing plane. One of them even talks about congruent angles. When you start talking about congruent angles to the average golfer, I think you just lost them.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Unless they pass geometry.
Don't talk about them.
That's Hank. I think that was Hank Haney's, Jim Hardy's book. I don't know. I got both of them. Anyway, they talk a lot about swing plane. Well, the beauty of my swing trainer in adjusting it for your plane is that all you have to do is control the club head. And that's what you have to do to play this game. You got to control where that club head is going.
I love it because I can get that to work for every single golfer that comes to me, almost down to how short and how tall, but I can adjust that classic swing trainer by the swing plane for a pitching wedge, then a driver, and I can adjust it in about maybe a second to what their best is going to be. And I can have them swinging through there and get a feeling and a visual of what's going to happen, and they can see exactly where they're going to pass their club through, whichever one it is. You know, Ray likes to think that the best thing about it is the fact that you can hit a golf ball and that your club's not touching anything. And I like to add the third thing as a teacher is that it's fully adjustable to each and every golf club with each and every student, because there isn't anybody that this thing won't work for.
Jeff, the last question I'm always asked, oh, wait a minute, I'm left-handed. Yes, it's adjustable for left-handed golf also.
That's good to know.
Now, is there a place people can go right now and see what we're talking about before Jeff's Emmy-winning video gets put up?
It's classicswingtrainer.com.
And there is a video on there that I just pulled up that basically instructs you already on exactly what to do, and it looks pretty cool.
Well, thank you.
Ray, thanks so much for being with us today. I sure do love your product, and I think highly of you as an inventor, that's for sure. And you're a pretty darn good guy too. So, you know, thanks for coming on our show.
Jeff, it's great talking to you folks. Keep up the good work. I know all the golfers out there love to hear what y'all got to say. So, thanks again for having me on.
Ray Ackerman from the Classic Swing Trainer, man. Thanks for spending some time with us here this weekend.
Thanks again, guys.
We will be right back. Don't you move.
Paying Paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
Hey, this is John Ashton, and we have got a way for you to actually have a lot more fun watching PGA tournaments this coming year. We got a way to get you some skin in the game. I want you to check out CosmicSports.com. It is a fantasy golf site. Before every tournament, you're going to pick 1, 2, maybe 3 teams of 7 players each. Don't worry. Hey, we've got all the information you will need to make the smart choices as to who you're going to put on your team, but we'll have more details about that later. Right now, we just want you to go to CosmicSports.com and sign up in advance. All right, register with the site, and we will give you some free plays when the new PGA season kicks off in January. January 8th being the first beginning tournament of the season of 2015. CosmicSports.com, fantasy golf. You're going to win prizes. You're going to win cash. It's not going to cost you a whole lot to play, and you're going to go right now and register in advance. CosmicSports.com. That's COZMICSports.com. And we are back. John Ashton in studio. Tara Bassett right next to me. Jeff Smith where he belongs, in the confines of the golf cave at the Plain and Simple Golf School at Otter Creek up in Columbus, Indiana. And with us on the line, Mr. Bear Miller. And he's the only one that gets a Mr. Tara. I don't want any of this complaining stuff this week.
Good Lord.
Just back off.
You can call me Mr. for all I care. Just give me a title.
Bear Miller with Club Crown. Bear, welcome to those weekend golf guys, man. And you have a pretty nifty little gizmo. Is it a gadget?
It's, Club Crown we've been around about 3 years. It's a real high quality 3M product that allows you to customize drivers, 3-woods, hybrids with, your favorite college team or, awesome design, Black Widow spiders. We've got a whole menagerie of things we can put on your clubs.
Yeah, you have a very extensive catalog.
We just launched a new product in June called the Club Crown Stripe. The Stripe is a same material as the Club Crown. The Club Crown has to be installed by a certified installer.
Right.
And we've had so many people at shows and outings that say, man, I wish I could take that home to my husband or my dad or my brother. So what we did is we came up with this Stripe, which is the width of a golf ball. So it also works as an alignment aid. And it's a self-install product. It's something you can take home. We have a instructional video you watch online. We've got instructions in the packet. We've also got a practice one we put in the packet for you, so you can put it on. And they look great. We've got all the colleges, and it's about half the price of the Club Crown.
And Bear, Jeff and John were commenting on the beautiful model who does the demonstration. See how it works.
Nice work.
Yeah, and
congratulations.
And that helps with getting people to watch the video.
Exactly.
Most of the people that come to me and say, I messed this up, first thing I say is, did you watch the video?
Yep.
No.
Right.
Did you read the instructions? No. I'm a guy, and guys don't do that. Nope. They just, go right to, don't even do the practice one, just go right to the real one and then go, how do I mess this up?
And you never ask directions either.
No, we don't have to.
That's right. We don't have to ask directions.
We know where we're going.
At all
but that's
times.
why, she does a really good job with the demonstration. And if people just watch the video and read the instructions, we haven't had any issues with people putting them on, and they've really become a hot product for us because, people give them away as gifts. They throw them in stuff bags for tournaments. So it's just another way that we can get the product out there, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
I have a question. Is this one of those things where I could send you a picture, and you could make that into a club crown? Can you do that?
We do, yeah. We do custom ones. There's a minimum order on them. We do custom club stripes and club crowns. We've done a lot of golf courses logos. We've done Pinehurst, both the member logo and the club logo. We've done a couple other golf courses that wanted their logos. That's easy.
For the narcissists in our audience, is there something that you could do that's like a mirror?
That would be for John, Bear.
Yeah, we haven't had that request yet, but I'm.
Yeah, okay.
That would also help me put on my lipstick by about the 9th hole when I've sweated it off. Okay, so what I'm noticing is you can put on not only the fun things like the Black Widow, but you can also put on flags of your country, which is really cool. And there's a whole kids section that's called Awesome. I want to hear about the kids stuff.
Yeah, we just, they're just, a lot of them are just designs. Some of them are, our artists just come up with everything from, wine glasses, martini glasses, camouflage. We've got the breast cancer awareness. We got breast cancer awareness pink camouflage.
Wonderful.
If guys can think of, we got one called Swing Thoughts. It's every thought that you could think of, every negative thought you could think of while you're standing over the ball. We got smiley faces. A nice thing is it makes an old club look new. If you've got sky marks on the club, it'll hide them. It protects the club. It personalizes it so it's your club.
Right.
And, they can be removed. We guarantee they won't come off unless you want to take them off. But if you want to take it off, if you're going to sell the club and, you're a Louisville fan and you're selling to a Florida State person, they may not want that on there. It can remove it, and the club looks just like it did the day we put it on.
Fantastic. Now, I know you were saying the original ones needed to be installed by a certified installer. If you live in a place where you can't find one of those, can we call you and you come over and do it?
Well, we have a ship it to us program that you can go online, order what you want, and ship your club to us, and we turn it around the same day and shoot it back to you.
Cool. So it's done right, and you don't even have to worry about following instructions or finding anybody close to you or anything like that.
Right, and the stripes are actually self-installed. They're pretty simple.
Right, yeah.
I see you've watched the video.
The stripes are self-installed.
Yeah.
The club crown, the full cover crown is the one that has to be installed by an installer.
Right.
And you can put them on all of your big clubs. They can go on drivers, they can go on fairway woods, and they can go on hybrids.
Correct.
Fantastic. Now, do you have a large number of people around the country that are certified to install these, or are there any places you can think of off the top of your head where someone might have a problem finding somebody?
Yeah, if you go on the website and you click, where you can find us, we've got retail shops, the shops that you can go into, and we also have what's called brand ambassadors. And brand ambassadors are growing, every day. Brand ambassadors are people that want to get into the program with us. They want to be around golf. We certify them. They go out to tournaments. They support tournaments, shows, outings, and they bring the product right out there to the golfers. The golfers don't have to come into them. And right now we've got about 35 brand ambassadors around the United States, and we're growing. Any of your listeners that are interested, email me, and we'll get them information about the program. Takes some training, takes a couple of weeks to get trained up and certified, and then they're off and running.
I have a two-part question for you, Bear. First of all, I've seen those really crappy decals that just kind of peel off the clubs. And I want to know about how this particular club crown works. And secondly, how much does it weigh? How much is it going to add to the weight of my club?
One swing weight. It's 2 grams. It's barely noticeable. They're heat and pressure sensitive, so they're not coming off. They're not. It's not a decal
unless we take them off.
It's not going to come off. It's also USGA and RNA approved.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
And you can use it for 30 days, and if you are not happy with it, you're not going to ask any questions. You just return it for the full price. Bear.
Okay.
Please say yes.
Have not had that happen.
Okay, that's good.
This is what happens when you deal with women. They don't care how much it costs. They don't care what it looks like. They just want to know, can they bring it back?
Can I wear the dress one night and return it the next day? That's my plan.
Yeah.
See, guys are like, sorry, honey, I got to keep it. I've used it once.
That's the other thing. If in 6 months you don't want a smiley face on your club, or football season's over and you want to put a smiley face on, you can change it.
Oh, cool.
And boom, you got a brand new club again.
Now, I'm just intrigued, however, because as Jeff keeps telling me every time he plays golf with me, I for some reason have a very hard time aiming correctly. The stripe, which your PR guys were very kind to send me one, it's really a great aid in lining your club up correctly with the ball.
It is an alignment aid. Actually, if you notice in the packet, there's a little triangular aiming that you actually put on the sweet spot of the face to help you line up where to put the stripe on the club.
Yeah. And I watched the video 4 times, and it was just to make sure I got it right, not because there was an attractive woman delivering it.
And you're not the first one to tell me that they've done that.
Yeah. I'm just so typical, it's pathetic.
I got a question for you, Bear. How many decals can we order at once? What's the cost per decal?
It's not a decal.
Well, whatever. It's revolutionary graphic technology, okay?
You can the club crown itself is $39.99. The stripes are $19.99. And, you can order as many as you want.
Fantastic, man. And what is this address of this website that Tara keeps mentioning that she's just been playing on for the last 20 minutes?
Hey, I can play if I want.
If you just go to clubcrown.com, it takes you to the site where you can see both the stripe and there's a link to the club crown.
All right, Bear, clubcrown.com, man. And thanks for the alignment aid. Hopefully it'll get Jeff off my back. You know what we're going to do is we have a radio show that when we show them the logo, they go, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to send Mr. Bear our logo.
I like that.
And see what kind of a custom piece he can throw together for us. So whenever you're standing over the ball, you can have our little golf ball, funky looking, talking on the microphone golf ball guy staring back up at you.
If you can fit those weekend golf guys on the head of a club.
It may only fit your driver. It may be a little much for your hybrid.
A giant driver. A driver the size of a dinner plate.
Bear Miller, we appreciate your time, man. And everybody just check out clubcrown.com. This is some cool stuff. And if it wasn't for us, how would you know about cool stuff? That's what we're all about, man. Appreciate your time, sir. Have a wonderful afternoon.
See you, Bear.
Appreciate you having us on.
Our pleasure, man. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, man. Got it.
Hey, you hang out with us right now, too, where you're at, because we will be right back.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a of pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom112.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom112.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom, the number 112.com. Go to freedom112.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom112.com.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-4030. That's 1-800-616-4030. Again, 1-800-616-4030. Call now.
Hey, this is John Ashton, and we have got a way for you to actually have a lot more fun watching PGA tournaments this coming year. We got a way to get you some skin in the game. Want you to check out CosmicSports.com. It is a fantasy golf site. Before every tournament, you're going to pick 1, 2, maybe 3 teams of 7 players each. Don't worry. Hey, we've got all the information you will need to make the smart choices as to who you're going to put on your team, but we'll have more details about that later. Right now, we just want you to go to CosmicSports.com and sign up in advance. All right, register with the site, and we will give you some free plays when the new PGA season kicks off in January. January 8th being the first beginning tournament of the season of 2015. CosmicSports.com. Fantasy golf. You're going to win prizes. You're going to win cash. It's not going to cost you a whole lot to play. And you're going to go right now and register in advance. CosmicSports.com. That's COZMIC Sports.com. And we're back once again. John Ashton in studio next to Ms. Tara Bassett. Jeff Smith up at the Otter Creek Golf Course in Columbus, Indiana, in his plain and simple golf school, the Maine Golf Cave. And you've been looking at videos that some of our listeners have actually taken the time to create and send using the Send It Very Easily form at thoseweekendgolfguys.com/Jeff's Quick Fix. Right?
Yeah, as I have, as a matter of fact, and the most recent one I got was just this morning. Alan from Richmond, Virginia, sent me in. He beautifully done. He sent me in some video, just exactly how I've asked for him in the past. So, Alan, great job on sending the videos. He had the camera in the perfect spot, down the line, on the body line, hand high. And then he had another one face on, right there at the belt and the hands, right there at that height, straight on. Mm-hmm. So I could see what his issue was. And Alan, was talking about a slice, right, and really struggling to hit a ball anywhere near the planet. And so I'm sure that most of the people that are listening to us right now have dealt with that issue. But as I see Alan, and I commented back to him, and I'll say it on the air, Alan did a great thing. He took one of those alignment sticks, and he put it on the ground, and, right out in front of his golf club and his golf ball, so that he could help himself aim his club. What Alan was struggling with, and what I fixed for him, was in my conversation to him, was that Alan didn't point his body anywhere near that line. His body line was so far left that the traveling direction of his swing and his club was going to go so far left. So if he squared his club face at the time of impact to his target, the club face was at that time way right of the traveling direction of the club, which means he was cutting across it. It's a long-winded way of saying, hey, it's a square-faced cut. Mm-hmm. But he was doing it so much that the ball would start off immediately where the club face was pointed, which was at his target, and would peel off so hard because his swing was going so far to the left, his ball would shoot off so far to the right with so much curve that he would lose balls because he was 80 to 100 yards off the center of the fairway to the right. And it was painful, yeah. And so the first thing I told him was, hey, Alan, you're doing a great job of setting your club face on that target line. Do yourself one bigger favor and put down another one of those alignment sticks in between your body and the club and the ball right there. So that way you've got dual lines, and one you can actually set your body up in that same direction, because it's just the number one influence on the direction that your arms swing. So if you're gonna fix something and you're worried about your club face alignment, that's great, but it's only part of it. You got to work on the traveling direction of your swing as well, the path.
Why is it so difficult? And you can use either Alan as an example if you want to save people's feelings, or you can talk about me specifically if you want to, because I know you will.
That's a good idea.
Why is it so difficult to visually align yourself correctly?
Well, as I don't know Alan's procedure, but I do know yours. Mm-hmm. I'll speak to that. Is that it's a rare thing. It's very rare. Let me see. It's kind of dinosaur rare. How how your setup, your procedure is actually getting you in the right place. And one of the things I always try to recommend to people who it's as rare as yours, John, is I try to get them to actually go behind the golf ball and look down their target line and where they want their ball to fly. But most people just show up at the side, and they have no orientation toward their target. They just orient themselves to the golf ball somewhere, and that orientation could be 360 degrees around, and they just don't know it because they're too busy staring down at the ball. So in your case, John, I would tell you, please do yourself a bigger favor and get behind the golf ball, look down your target line, and then walk up to your golf ball while still looking at your target. Because you're going to get your body, and therefore the bottom part of your golf swing, traveling toward the target a whole lot closer than you ever do. It's a big help. It's a really big help. Your body alignment is the number one influence on the traveling direction of your swing. Most of us swing right down our body lines, as in the same direction that our bodies are pointed. That's the traveling direction of the swing at the bottom of the swing. Right. And we need that. We need to make sure that we know how to set up where the bottom of that swing is going, because that's where it's going to hit the ball, and that's the moment of truth. So, do what it takes to get yourself so that you can easily swing right down that target line at impact.
You know what I love about how Jeff explains things? They are so simple that even I can understand them.
And that's always good, that even you can understand.
Yeah, even I can understand them. Thank you, Jeff, for being at about the third grade level of explaining things.
Well, Tara, I understand just a handful of things. Is that first, I have to be able to understand myself. And, given my lack of knowledge of a lot of things, I just have to be able to spit it out so that if I figure I can understand it, I'm pretty sure that everybody who's smarter than I am can understand it as well.
We are, however, going to have to develop a persona for you to talk to or talk about rather than me.
Well, you did volunteer yourself. You know?
I did, but, you could have said, no, John, I don't want to embarrass you in public like this.
How about a certain radio guy who shall not be named?
That would mask it so well.
How about Voldemort? He who shall not be named.
That's right.
He whose name cannot be spoken.
Well, Jeff, you know what? I always look at your website because I love the tips that you give, and I really enjoy all of the stories that develop from your teaching. And one of the things that I'd like to know and I also like your logo a lot. It's a cute little otter. That's my favorite part of the whole website.
Yeah, that's the Otter Creek golf course logo. It's a cool little thing. It's got a ball balanced on its nose. Yeah, it's a cool little thing.
I bet you John couldn't balance a ball on his nose.
Ooh.
I can't.
Keep going.
Hey, listen, you ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready for the disc jockey answer?
Ready.
I can't, but I oughter.
Gosh, that was a good one. I never would have come up with that.
That's why I'm doing this, and you're sitting there. All right, let's continue.
Can we talk about the K-vest for a moment? I know that it's a redundant topic, but I really love the whole concept of the K-vest.
Yeah, the K-vest is really a great tool for me. To have some sensors that I can put on your body in different locations. One, between your shoulder blades, and one right there at the top back of your hips, at the top of your pelvis on the backside there, and then the other on your lead wrist and hand. Those places are the places to put sensors, and they tell me and you visually, graphically, they make this software that creates this hip and torso and hand avatar there's no head, there's no legs, it's just a torso and some hips, and it shows you exactly down to the degree what way your body was moving, either rotationally or tilted forward or backwards or side to side, all at the same time. And so it helps out a lot. So it does more in-depth correct measuring and showing than even a camera does. And the cameras are really cool, but the K-Vest shows me, and then it also gives me the chance that I can show somebody some good drills to do to show what their body should be doing with feedback. So as we do this, and we go through some drills, the great thing about this K-Vest software is it changes colors of your torso avatar. So if your body's moving in a good place, in the right correct motions that you should be doing, it'll show up in green. And it'll have this nice tone that comes out of the computer. It makes a good noise that you associate that noise and the visual color with. And if you're not doing it so well, it shows up in those body parts that it measures in red. It doesn't make a bad sound, but shows up in red.
It doesn't go...
No, but it shocks you.
I really hope
it shocks you. I love that.
It shocks you, yeah.
The really nice, Bing noise or something that you like when it's green, and then some really nasty noise like the one you just made that John makes actually all the time when he swings.
I bet.
That's the noise that you shouldn't have. So I think honestly, using John's radio voice, if we recorded him on the golf course, that ought to be the sound that the K-Vest makes on a swing that people don't want, and they should incorporate that into the software.
What are you doing? That voice? Yeah.
That one. Somewhere between the nasty noise and the whine and the moan and the questioning and the other thing.
And my swing would get a ding.
Yeah. This is Tara Bassett with a rich fantasy life. Listen, we're going to talk with Jeff just a little bit more, too. We will be right back. Don't you move. Hey, this is John Ashton, and we have got a way for you to actually have a lot more fun watching PGA tournaments this coming year. We got a way to get you some skin in the game. I want you to check out CosmicSports.com. It is a fantasy golf site. Before every tournament, you're going to pick 1, 2, maybe 3 teams of 7 players each. Don't worry. Hey, we've got all the information you will need to make the smart choices as to who you're going to put on your team, but we'll have more details about that later. Right now, we just want you to go to CosmicSports.com and sign up in advance. All right, register with the site, and we will give you some free plays when the new PGA season kicks off in January. January 8th being the first beginning tournament of the season of 2015. CosmicSports.com, fantasy golf. You're going to win prizes. You're going to win cash. It's not going to cost you a whole lot to play, and you're going to go right now and register in advance. CosmicSports.com. That's COZMIC Sports.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-4030. That's 1-800-616-4030. Again, 1-800-616-4030. Call now.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom112.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom112.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom112.com. Go to freedom112.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom112.com.
Hey, this is John Ashton, and we have got a way for you to actually have a lot more fun watching PGA tournaments this coming year. We got a way to get you some skin in the game. I want you to check out CosmicSports.com. It is a fantasy golf site. Before every tournament, you're going to pick 1, 2, maybe 3 teams of 7 players each. Don't worry. Hey, we've got all the information you will need to make the smart choices as to who you're going to put on your team, but we'll have more details about that later. Right now, we just want you to go to CosmicSports.com and sign up in advance. All right, register with the site, and we will give you some free plays when the new PGA season kicks off in January. January 8th being the first beginning tournament of the season of 2015. CosmicSports.com, fantasy golf. You're going to win prizes. You're going to win cash. It's not going to cost you a whole lot to play, and you're going to go right now and register in advance. CosmicSports.com. That's COZMIC Sports.com. Okay, well, that is it. We will be back tomorrow locally, noon Eastern. You can always catch that show online with us, thoseweekendgolfguys.com. Want to say thanks to Tara Bassett. Want to say thanks to Jeff Smith. Want to say thanks to our guests. Want to say thanks to you for listening again. Check us out, thoseweekendgolfguys.com, facebook.com/golfguys. Always like us there. Send us a message there. Hang out with Tara there, whatever you want to do.
And on Twitter.
And on Twitter, at WKND Golf Guys.
Excellent.
And keep it in the fairway.
Or die trying.
That's right.
We'll see you next week. Go out and play some golf. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
See ya.